So today I was about to start translating a game. I recorded it December last year, so nearly a year ago. And before I started, I figured I'd go and check to see if the game was still there. I downloaded it from the Japanese Freem site. I went and checked and the game was gone. I did a bit of digging and found that now it's on Steam. Not only is it on Steam, it's been translated into English already. So I'm very glad that I checked first and I didn't waste all that time. So, I really enjoyed this game. It's called Six People. It's just a visual novel. But the story was really good and I love the art. I'm super excited that it's actually been translated into English already, so I don't have to do it. And it's been so long since I played it that it's kind of like playing it brand new again. And obviously I played it in Japanese the first time. Haven't seen it in English yet, so I'm excited to see what it's like. It's not super long, so let's head straight on in. Stato! Man. Lots of dots. A lone man looked around the subway carriage in which he was travelling. It was empty but for him. Still a way to go. It was some time until he would arrive at his destination. The largely unchanging scenery flashing by outside the window began to slow as the train drew nearer to a station. Trains are all the rage these days, aren't they? The next station is... The doors will open on the left-hand side. Please mind the gap. The doors swished open, and waiting passengers streamed in from the station platform. The man counted them as they entered, as if checking how many there were. Look at this art, it's cool. 1. I love this art so much. 2. 3. 4. 5. Wait. The man's brow furrowed in slight confusion. None of the passengers paid him any mind as they made their way to empty seats bar 1. Ooh. Another announcement advised that the subway train was ready to depart. It gained speed as it pulled away from the station. Lifeless concrete and steel stretched into the distance beyond the windows. Lights whizzed by at regular intervals in the darkness outside. It wouldn't be long until the man reached where he was going. He peered at the others unabashedly, noting what they were doing. That's a nice word, unabashedly. 1 is engrossed in her phone. 2 looks hard to get along with. You shouldn't judge people by their cover. I wonder why 3 won't sit down even though there are so many seats free. 4 must be dozing. And 5, I could have sworn that today... Did our eyes just meet? Maybe. Although the man knew there was no real need to avert his line of sight, he quickly looked away. When he glanced back, he saw that 5 was focused on the darkness rushing by outside. Puzzled, the man dropped his gaze again. The express subway train was passing stations one after the other as usual when it happened. None of the passengers could tell why they'd been plunged into darkness. All of them would have given anything for some light. Thankfully, the emergency light soon came on, easing the passengers' nerves somewhat. Until the train slowed and came to an unscheduled stop between stations. Ugh, no thank you. Attention passengers, we regret to inform that this service has been delayed due to a power failure. We apologise for the inconvenience and hope to be on our way soon. Please remain in your seats until further notice. Thank you for your cooperation. Attention passengers, we regret to inform. The conductor's confirmation of a power outage lessened the palpable tension in the carriage a little. That was a lot of big words at once, followed by a lot of dots. 10 minutes passed, then 20 minutes. After a half hour had elapsed, Two's brewing anxiety was eclipsed by another more powerful emotion. Whoever translated this used the most beautiful flowery language. I love it. He said until further notice, but nothing since. How dare he leave us passengers locked inside here like this? This is bullshit. You tell him. 2, let's spill bitter complaints. I love it. 2, let's spill. Unable to keep his temper in check any longer. Amazing. The long wait had clearly made him more irritated than he'd already been. He barked an order at the person nearest to him. Hey, you, help me open this door. Who, me? Are we allowed to just open it ourselves, I mean? Allowed? You tell me. The driver hasn't said anything else. I don't know what he's doing, but he's sure as hell ignoring us. Meanwhile, we're stuck in here twiddling our thumbs. You tell him. I guess, but, he said to remain seated and wait for... I asked you to help, damn it. Oh, he's angry. You know he's angry because he's bold. Fine. All right. And he's timid, you can tell, because the text is very tiny. 3's voice was barely audible as he buckled beneath 2's intimidating glare. Without further protest, he moved to help force open the set of doors at the center of the carriage. But no matter how hard the 2 struggled, the doors stayed stuck fast. 2 kicked one of them in frustration. God damn it! What's with these stupid things? What does the driver think he's playing at? Bold. Until now, 5 had been passively watching the conflict escalate. But at this new outburst, he spoke up, addressing 2 in a conciliatory tone. Big words. Easy there. Let's all calm down for a start. You're not my supervisor. The placatory intervention must have embarrassed 2 because he stopped yelling almost at once and became contrite. Oh, all the big words. You think? I mean, no. You have a point. Sorry about that. You there. I appreciate you giving me a hand. Aw, we're all friends. No problem. 3 kept standing in between the 2 men. 2 awkwardly shuffled to an open seat a few meters away in a transparent attempt to avoid further rebuke. Indeed. Even in the dim light, it was plain to see that the clash in the already severe situation had sunk the passengers' spirits still further. No one spoke, not even a murmur. It rhymes. The strained atmosphere, far removed from daily life, was suffocatingly heavy. Anxiety, impatience, and irritation filled the carriage. But 5 spoke up again, his tone still relaxed and unaffected by the surrounding uneasiness. This certainly is a pickle we're in. Are you doing all right over there? Jolly good show, chap. Well, my only choice is dots. The man said nothing, but 2 soon opened his mouth as if to speak for him. Yes, well, thanks for pointing out the trouble we're in. In any case, all we can do for the time being is sit tight and wait. But why haven't there been any other announcements? This is ridiculous. 5 answered 2's rhetorical question. You're right. There should indeed have been another announcement by now. Yes, let's all wait, as you say. By the way, how are you ladies doing? Not too poorly, I hope? The two women in the carriage had been watching things unfold in silence since the blackout began. They looked relieved to be included in the conversation. That's debatable. All good here. Yes, I'm fine, thank you for asking. Five's hospitable influence allowed the women to relax, especially one who took it as a cue to begin rambling. Nobody asked. So, look, can anyone get reception on their phone? I can't get any signal at all. I figure you should know. This is such a pain. Oh, I can still take pictures though. Yikes, they're super dark. Maybe if I use the flash. One rose from her seat, still muttering, and shamelessly snapped several pictures of the carriage's interior. Did she just selfie herself? Oblivious to the fact that Four was frowning more sternly with every shutter click, one called out to her. Hey ma'am, you want to take a selfie together? Actually, why don't we swap numbers? Then I can send it to you. I would prefer not to. Same. Oh, that's all right. Anybody else up for a selfie? That must have been the last straw for Four, as she turned to face one with blunt scorn, as you do. Excuse me, did you take a picture of me before? Do you mind deleting it? And shouldn't you have asked permission from everyone else beforehand too? Not to mention, don't you find it exceedingly rude to go around photographing strangers in this context? You tell her, Karen. What? Excuse you. Do you mind not leaping down my throat when you don't even know the full story? I was actually trying to avoid getting people in the shots, so what's your problem? Getting catty. Contrary to one's assertion, the other passengers were clearly visible in her snapshots. But Four bit her tongue and lapsed into silence. Her grim expression set harder. And she faded out. Anyways, how's everybody else doing? Can you guys get a signal or not? Sir, excuse me, but do you have any bars on your phone? My apologies. I don't even have a phone. I'm afraid I can't be of any assistance. I can't get a signal either. You can't? Well, shoot. Each passenger gave the same reply in turn. But despite the bad news, the old man was still cheery. He spoke like he hadn't a care in the world. Ha ha, you're so proactive. What? From your outfit of it, I'm betting you're working already. What? What? I'm assuming that's supposed to be from your outfit, I'm betting you're working already, but it's still weird. Picturing how I was at your age sure takes me back. Time's a cruel mistress, isn't she? Sure is. Indeed. Press the dots. The man didn't know what to make of the lively, elderly man. He almost looked happy. Two might have picked up on the curious old man's baffling mood through his speech. Pardon, but can I ask how old you are? No, you cannot. No, never mind. That's out of line. It's just that you're probably not much older than me, you know. Really? Oh, really? How kind of you to say. But I dare say I've got a great many years on you. Oh, you do? You don't look it at all. A faint smile played on Five's lips. No. The man kept watching the other passengers in silence, same as he'd done since they first boarded. One seems bored. No, surprised by something. One of her photos. She's looking over here. Two is still talking to Five. Three's taken a seat at last. Four looks put out. Five is chatting with Two. Something feels off here. I can't tell what though. Can't quite put my finger on it. The man felt a strange chill of foreboding. Perhaps the apprehensiveness of the other passengers he happened to be travelling with had rubbed off on him. They'd all shifted their seating arrangement to sit in closer proximity to one another, as if drawn together instinctively. All of a sudden, a whistling screech pierced the air. Two snapped to attention. "Oh! Is the power finally coming back on?" But instead of the expected driver's announcement, a markedly different sound rang out. What? What is that noise? What's going on? Oh. No. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for the latest news updates. We turn first to the subway tunnel collapse of the other day. Experts agree the most likely cause of the collapse was soil slippage due to subsidence. I speak English, and I don't understand what that means. I understand it, but I don't understand it. Moving on. Authorities confirmed today that 4 passengers recovered from the mud and debris were pronounced dead at the scene. Excavation efforts remain ongoing. 4 passengers. 6 people, 4 passengers. Investigations are continuing into whether an electricity failure before the collapse had anything to do with the subway train's unplanned stop. Although the death toll stands at 4, preliminary reports indicate that all other passengers and staff survived unharmed. Which would surely be a miracle considering the scale of the incident. We now cross live too. And there you go. Thank you for playing. So I did a little digging after I first played this in Japanese because I didn't quite understand the ending either. 4 people. Dun 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 dun. So you can leave a comment if you think you understand what's going on here, what the little twist at the end there is. Or you can come and join us in the Discord as well. We'll no doubt be talking about it there. Anyway, that was 6 people. Now 4 people. I hope you enjoyed it. I will also leave a link in the description if you want to go to Steam and play it for yourself. And I'll see you guys again next time. See ya.